Welcome back, 80 fam. Day 2 in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, we've spent most of the time at our condo because it's like on the beach.
It has its own personal beach.
Like,
so.
it's super cool, and it's like not crowded because it's just the residents.
Yeah.
But right now, we are headed to something that Daniel has been looking forward to for so long.
It is like a conservation, like seahorse farm where they breed seahorses and try to save seahorses. And it was like built from the ground up, so I'm pretty excited to go check it out. There's just one guy that like started it, or I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, someone started it and like slowly just built it up to what it is now. And now, if you want to go, you know, 2 people are like $150, so they're making some money for sure. Hopefully it's a non-profit, they're gonna cycle all back into the seahorses. But...
For sure, yeah, I'm super excited. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, me either.
But I don't know, it's really cool out in Hawaii, like seeing like how much they really take care of the fish and the beach and just everything. Everything just feels so clean and like good.
Yeah, it's like a little hope for humanity.
For sure.
You know, it's not SF or it's trash or offensive.
But there's also trash everywhere, so.
Yeah, so I'm just being honest.
So yes, we just wanted to let you know what's going on before we get our day started. So
Yeah, we will see you when we get there.
Every single species of seahorse worldwide are critically endangered, and there's a couple of different reasons for this. So one of the biggest reasons is habitat destruction. Seahorses really need their habitat to survive. They are classified as a type of plankton, which means they're not strong enough swimmers to fight against tides. So if their habitats get destroyed for any reason, but mostly because of pollution, global warming, or just general habitat destruction, these animals don't have the resources to last very long after that. Now, not everyone that catches seahorses actually needs to catch seahorses. Like shrimp trawlers, when they head out to the oceans to collect the shrimp that we really like to eat, oftentimes they're picking up hundreds of thousands of seahorses per year because of bycatch. A seahorse's favorite food to eat is shrimp. Usually they're hanging around in the same areas, and if they get picked up in those big nets, they can't last very long after that either. The biggest contributors when it comes to overfishing is going to be both the medicine trade and the pet and aquarium trade. So when I say the medicine trade, I am talking specifically about traditional Eastern medicine. So they use seahorses to treat a variety of different things, and they are very commonly used. So common that on average per year, that trade alone usually takes out anywhere between around 50 to 150 million seahorses out of the oceans. And unfortunately, there's not actually that much that we can do about the medicine trade. We can try to educate people on it. There is no scientific backing behind the practices, but because it is traditional, it is still extremely common. Now, luckily, there is things that we can do for the pet and the aquarium trade. So those two are the reasons why we are here today. The pet trade alone used to take over 1 million seahorses out of the ocean a year for its causes, and unfortunately, the aquarium trade would often take out even more. And this is because wild seahorses do not make the best pets. They are predatory animals. They like to hunt for their food. So if somebody tried to feed their pet seahorse that came off a reef something like fish pellets or even frozen shrimp, they wouldn't eat it because they didn't know how to eat it. And oftentimes those animals would end up starving. Seahorses are also monogamous. They pair bond and they mate for life. If they end up getting separated from that mate for any reason, unfortunately afterwards, oftentimes they're so sad and stressed out, they will end up starving themselves to death. It is because of those two reasons that wild seahorses generally didn't last longer than a month in their home aquariums. It was also on pretty rare occasions that 2 seahorses in a pair would stick together when taken off of the reef. So unfortunately, not only would the seahorse in the home aquarium pass away, so would the one wherever else they were. And that's really what made that practice so detrimental to their wild populations, and that is the reason why we are here today. They came here in 1998 to help save the seahorses. Now, over 20 years later, we have the world's largest living gene bank of both seahorses and some other aquatic animals. Our programs today have now become so successful that we can bring in wild species of seahorse. So we can bring in a pair, breed them, raise their young, and then reintroduce those young back into protected areas that need them the most. So we do have the opportunity to boost wild populations. But the main thing that we do here at Ocean Rider is we have one domesticated species of seahorse that we offer as a far-raised alternative for pets. Now, we've actually changed the species in such a way that they make really fantastic pets. They can easily have a lifetime in their home aquarium of 10, 15 years or even longer, which is way better than that monkey that they were getting before. So because of this program, we have been able to bring the number of over 1 million seahorses that were once taken out of the ocean a year for the pet trade. We've now managed to bring this number down to under 25,000 seahorses sold per year because our animals are lasting a lot longer than they were before. Thank you very much. We're very happy to be here. We are really grateful for all of you coming out and visiting us. We really appreciate all of your support. And on our first stop, I want to show all of you some of our seahorse food. So we are going to have the opportunity to hold seahorses. Now, that is going to be closer to the end of the tour. I am going to talk about the rules and the specifics of holding our animals closer to that time. But right now, I want to show you all how we are going to hold on to our seahorses. So we need to give our animals something to latch onto with their tails, which is going to be a coral reef or a coral basket with our hands. So I would like everybody to grab their hands and hold them up high. Now everyone clap. And you can separate your hands, but keep your fingertips together like this, and then separate your thumbs. So you want 4 fingers together, thumbs apart, flip it over this way. This is what you're going to be putting into the water. Now please do not put your hands into any tank without being directed to do so by somebody who works here. And like I said, we are going to be holding seahorses closer to the end of the tour. I'm going to let you know when that's going to happen. But for the next spot, we are about to head into the most biosecure part of our farm. We are about to enter into our nursery, and we're gonna meet our babies and their parents. But this upcoming building does come with a couple of rules because the animals that we house in here are a lot more sensitive than the animals that we have on the rest of the farm. So the main rule in this next building is that there are actually no photos or videos allowed. And I'm sorry about that. You can't take as many as you'd like after we leave the nursery. I promise there's still gonna be hundreds of seahorses to see and photograph. But in this next building, please do keep phones and cameras away. When photography is allowed again, once we leave the nursery, please keep flash photography off. Seahorses actually have skin and not scales. So in their skin they have chromatophores, and this means that they can change their color depending on their mood and some different environmental cues. What this also means is that seahorses are extremely sensitive to light, so please remember to keep that flash photography off. When we enter into the nursery, there are going to be 2 big black mats on the ground with an iodine bath on it. Just make sure you step onto that mat. That's going to get any bacteria or pathogens that might be on the bottom of your shoes off the bottom of your shoes. You've all washed up to your elbows, right?
Yep.
Okay, here we are looking at some more seahorse food. So I'd like one person at the other 2 tanks to locate a transparent container that looks like this.
Can you see them?
Combat this.
Yeah, seaweed. Grab one, yeah. Just stick your hand in it and grab a piece. And then eat it.
It's salty.
Did it just say salty?
It doesn't taste bad at all.
Yeah, nice.
Carefully take those lids off, and remember, toss the content into the center of the tank. Hopefully everybody has their cameras ready. 1, 2, 3, throw it into the middle. And now all of you get to witness the blinding top speed of the American seahorse. Yeah, they're not super fast. And give them a bit of a break on that. They pretty much only have their dorsal fins on their backs and their pectoral fins on the side of their head to move them forward.
Put your hands a little bit deeper into the water. Perfect. I just hold it there? Yeah, you're good there. That's so cool. Yes.
Gentle. Are they gentle?
Food on that tank. If you want to feed them, feel free. You can barely even feel them. That's so cool.
There we go. What's up, little dude?
You do not have to let us go right now. Whenever you are ready, just slowly.
Little tilapias. I have definitely eaten a bunch of you guys.
Okay, maybe not the right time. So what was the one that we're not supposed to touch?
So we can't touch anything in the top 2.
Oh, but we can touch in here?
Yeah, we can touch you.
Nothing's gonna like poke me?
Nope, nothing will poke you. Just use one finger and be gentle. These guys are as sharp as they look, but they're not gonna hurt you.
Okay.
I promise. All of the sea urchins are non-venomous. You're right, Luke. They will cling on you. In fact, if you put your finger in between the spines of the rock-wearing sea urchins, they will react to your presence. Give you a little sea urchin hug.
Feel like a porcupine.
Oh yeah. Hi, bud. Yeah, he's reacting. Look at him getting all sharp. It's a good protective mechanism for him.
For sure.
With this guy. Are these
You can
sharp?
see here we've got our Banggai
Oh yeah.
fish. This is just
These
a
are sharp
juvenile,
too. You could
couple
touch them
weeks
though.
old. You notice that he is hanging out around those rock-boring sea urchins, and that's because that fish is small enough it can weave.
So this is where they house everything. It's fry and that contain that over there. We weren't allowed to film in there, but it's in there. But he's really pretty though. Sorry you lost your mate, bud.